Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible to all of you. Guys, if you can just reply me once that whether I'm audible or not. Everyone, whoever is watching, guys, just let me know that if I'm audible or not to you, right? Uh, Subramanya Ganpati, am I audible to you? Just say yes or no, please. Alright, guys, I'm sure that I'm audible, right? So, let me tell you the agenda of this session, right? We are starting, the daily YouTube live on DI practice as well, right? We already are doing the GK, sessions every day, run by Tarun sir very successfully. Now, we are also starting, the QT daily live series by which you can help the maximum number of students, right? By making them practice the, very good quality sets of DI, which are usually asked in the CLAT exam, right? Okay, so without delaying, let's start the first set of the day, guys. As I said, we are dealing with the DI, right? Why DI? Because if you look at the paper of CLAT in QT section from a few years, they're only asking the DI sets, right? They're not asking the word problems of Quants or any other topic, right? They're only asking the DI. So that's why DI has become very important, right? And it can also be the game changer. Let me tell you, a lot of students try to ignore this section, but guys, in the end, because as I said, a lot of students try to ignore this section. So let's say they are doing very good in the remaining four section, but in the end, the section which can be the tiebreaker among the students is the DI section, right? That's why it's very important for you. You should not try to ignore this at any cost. Okay, the very first set in front of us is this, right? Okay, this is talking about the data, about a few friends. So I want you guys to try first. Everyone, would you like to try? The people who are watching, just write yes or no that do you want to try first or should I just explain? All right, no problem, guys. Maybe I should solve because it's the first time we are dealing with something like this. Okay, so don't worry. Let me explain this, and then I'll ask you also a few things. Right? Don't worry. Okay, guys. The set says what that there is some data which is related to the followers of 5 friends was collected, right? And then what? And then it has been found that they have been total 5,600 followers on Instagram. Further, the percentage of the followers was collected and also a record of the ratio of the national to the international followers was prepared, right? 18% of the total number of followers follow Kiran and the ratio of national to international followers of Kiran is 7:2 given to us. Then they're saying that Hitesh has 22% of the total number of followers and the ratio of the national to international followers in his list, is given to us 3:5, okay? Then they are saying the numbers of followers of Jaya and Fatima are 26% and 20% respectively of the total number of followers, right? However, the ratio of the national to international followers for Jaya is 4:3 and for Fatima is 3:2. 14% of the total number of followers follow Sakshi and the ratio of national to international followers is 5:3 for her. Okay. Guys, this whole set is about what? This whole set is about some calculating the number of followers, the national followers and international followers of 5 friends on the Instagram, right? This is all this set all about, right? Okay, let me show you the questions first before dealing anything with it, right? So guys, the questions are what? Okay, remember we had 5 people about which we are about whom we are counting the number of followers. The 5 friends, if you have observed, are Those 5 are, number 1 we can say Kiran, right? Number 2 you can say is Hitesh, all right? Then we can say we have Jaya, we have Fatima, and we also have Sakshi, right? These are the 5 people about whom we are counting the number of followers, all right? So question number 1 is saying that what is the difference between the number of national followers of Kiran and number of international followers of Hitesh, all right? Question number 2, how many more international followers are there of Sakshi as compared to the international followers of Kiran? Okay, question number 3 is that what is the ratio of the number of national followers of Jaya to that of the national followers of Fatima? Okay, question number 4, that what percent of the total number of followers is the number of international followers of Fatima? And question number 5, that which of the following statements is true? That is also about, you know, the number of the national or international followers of these 5 people. Okay, so guys, the point is we had 5 questions. All of the questions are about, you know, the number of followers, whether national or international, right? So first thing we should do what? See, in these kind of sets, first thing we can do, we can count, we can, you know, write down the number of followers of all the types for all the 5 people, right? And then it will be very easy to solve the questions, right? Okay, Subramaniam wants to solve, that's really nice, Subramaniam, but let me do this. This is the first set, so let me solve. The second set I'll give it to solve, right? Okay, so as I said, the first thing we should, you know, write, draw a kind of, you know, we should write all the numbers, right? And guys, in these kind of sets, the best thing to, you know, writing or representing all the numbers is a table, right? So I'm going to draw a table, okay? Let me draw this here. So we have 5 people, remember, so we'll be counting the followers, which are, you know, the national followers and also the international followers one by one. Let's say these are the national followers in this column, right? First column you can say the name of the people. The second column is about the national followers, number of national followers, and the third one is, let's say, the international, you know, followers, right? Okay, fine. Now let's also write the name of the people one by one. So the people here are Kiran and then Hitesh, right? Okay, Kiran, then Hitesh. Fine. Then we have next one. You can say we have our Jaya and Fatima. All right, Jaya, and then Fatima we have, and the last one we have is Sakshi, I believe, right? The fifth one is Sakshi. Yes. So these are the 5, you know, people we have. All right. Fine. Now let's make a you know, proper table. So we see that we have 3 columns, right? And we have, you know, 6 rows over here, right? 6 rows and 3 columns. Okay, now let's start counting everything, right? So first they are saying what? That 18% of the total number of, you know, followers follow Kiran, okay? 18% of the total followers follow Kiran. 18% of total, remember how many followers do we have in all? So guys, in all we have, you know, 5,600 followers, right? Remember we have 5,600 followers. Okay, I think we can also do one more thing. We can draw one more column to, you know, write down the total number of followers of all these people, right? This is also we should do, okay? Because that is also, you know, mentioned in the information, right? So first thing, Kiran is being followed by 18% of the total followers. Total followers we have is 5,600, right? So guys, first thing we have to find 18% of, you know, 5,600, okay? So how we can do that? Since the total followers we have 5,600, for Kiran we need to find 18% of 5,600, okay? This is also we can do. One more thing is mentioned to us that the ratio of national or international, national to international followers of Kiran is 7:2, right? So 18% of 5,600, and further we need to divide this in the ratio of, you know, 7:2, right? So guys, we can divide it right now. If you divide 18% the ratio of 7:2, so it should be what? It should be 14% and we can say 4%, right? This is also you can do. If this calculation is easy, right, it's good. If the calculation is not very easy, then we can do what? Then we can calculate 18% right now, okay? I think calculating 14% and 4% separately is not a very good idea in this problem, right? So let's calculate 18% first, all right? For 18% guys, we can do what? We can say this is 20% minus 2%, right? This is what a very basic kind of calculation which you can follow, right? We can say 20% minus 2%. 20% you can say 2 into 10% is, right? So 10% of 5,600 is, we can say 560. So 20% is twice of 560, which should be 1120, right? And minus 2%, you can say 2 into 1%. 1% of 5600 is 56, all right? So 1120 minus, we can say 112, right? We should be how much? 120 minus 112 is, we can say 8, right? 1008 only. So finally, we can say that the total number of followers of Kiran are 1008. Okay, this is what we can say. Hope this is clear to all. Good evening, Devang. Good evening, Aryan. Hope this is clear to all. Yes, the profile name with the profile name is Frog, right? Yes, 1008 is there. Now we have to divide 1008 in the ratio of 7:2, right? So how can we do that? There are a lot of ways, of distributing in the form of in the basis of ratio. We can say we have to write the 7/9 and 2/9 of this. Okay, how 7/7 plus 2 or and 2/7 plus 2. Or you can do something else as well. There are a lot of ways, of dividing the number into some particular ratio. So what we can say, the number of national and international followers, 1008 by 9 should be, by the way, how much? Let's do this in this way. 1008 by 9 should be, we can say 1, and then again 1 and 2, 112, right? So 112 into 2, we can say 224, and 112 into 7, we can say 784. All right, guys. So this is how we can find the number of national and international followers of Kiran as well, right? Simple. नहीं, सौजन चौहान is asking क्या क्लैट में ज़्यादा टफ मैथ्स आती है? नहीं, डोंट वरी, ज़्यादा टफ नहीं आती है, ठीक है? बहुत बेसिक आती है. थोड़ी कैलकुलेशन आ सकती है ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, राइट? थोड़ी सी डिफिकल्ट कैलकुलेशन वो दे सकते हैं, बट जो मैथ्स होती है वो तो बहुत आसान होती है, ठीक है? They only ask the question based on the arithmetic, majorly, right? Arithmetic में भी क्या क्या percentages, ratio, average, time and work, profit and loss, these kind of questions will be asked in, majority. Okay, so this is how we worked on Kiran. Similarly, we can think about Hitesh. So they're talking about Hitesh, that Hitesh has 22% of the total number of followers, and the ratio of the national and international follower in his list is 3:5. All right. So first thing, let's find out the total number of followers of Hitesh, which is 22%, they are saying, right? So let's write 22% of, 5600, right? Okay, guys, just like we found 18% test, we can find 22% as well, right? We can say 22% as 20% plus 2%, right? We can find 22 as 20 plus 2. So 20% we can say 2 into 560, which is 1120. And similarly, 2% we can say is 2 into 56, which is again, 112, right? And that sum gives us how much? We can say 1232, right? So the total followers of Hitesh are 1232, right? And for Hitesh, the ratio for national and international followers is 3:5. So means we have to, divide this number 1232 in the ratio of 3:5, right? As it is given. So dividing them in the ratio of 3:5. So guys, you can do one thing. Either you can write 3/8 and 5/8, or you can assume for a while that this is equal to 8, okay? Because 3 plus 5 is 8. So if this is 8, 8 is 1232, what should be 1? If 8 is, equivalent to, let's say, 1232, so what should be the value of 1? We can say 1 should be, dividing 1232 by 8 should be 1, and then 43 dividing 5 times, and then 4 times. So this should be 154, right? Now 154 into 3 and into 5, right, guys? 154 into 3 is how much? We can say 462, right? And 154 into 5 should be, we can say 750 and 20, 770, right? I'm sure a lot of you have also, count them. I hope this is clear to a lot of you, right? Okay, now everyone, let's work on the next, person, right? Okay, Tara is saying that please conduct Zoom sessions. Yes, Tara will do that, okay? If you are saying, we will do. It will be much more interactive. Yes, I agree, Tara, with you. It will be interactive. Okay, we'll do that, okay? Fine. The next person is Jaya, okay? So for Jaya, what they are saying that total number of followers of Jaya and Fatima are 26% and 20% respectively, okay? So first let's found the total number of followers of them. It should be 26 and 20% of the total. Guys, I think we can erase this part now, right? I'm sure this will be easy for you, If we erase this. Okay, for Jaya 26, for Fatima 20. So guys, what is 20% of 5600? So we can say 20% of 5600 should be 1120, right? Simple as this. 20% of 5600, you can say 2 into 10%. 10% is 560. So double of that should be 560 of double is 1120, right? So this is Fatima 20%. Jaya is 26%, right? So we can again do the same. We can say 20 plus 6. Or we can also say 25 plus 1, 26% we can say in this way also, all up to you guys, okay? If you are doing, let's say 25 plus 1, so 25% is nothing but 1/4, okay? 25% we can say is 1/4. So 1/4 of 5600 is actually 1400, okay? That makes things easy. That's why, I went like this. Then 1% we can say is 56. So 1400 plus 56 has to be, we can say 1456, all right? So let us write here, it has to be, 1456. Simple, right? Okay, now let's talk about the ratios of them. So we can say what of the total number of followers. However, the ratio for national to international for Jaya is 4:3. For Jaya, this ratio is how much? 4:3, right? So dividing 1456 in the ratio 4:3. So again, we can either say 4 by 7 or 3 by 7, right? Or we can do some basic logic as well. Let's say, 4 plus 3 is 7, okay? So let's say this value is equal to 7. So 7 is equal to 1456. If 7 is equal to 1456, what should be 1 equal to? We can say 1 should be equal to 208, okay? It should be 208. Now we have to find 4 and 3 equivalent to. So if 1 is 208, 4 should be equal to, we can say 832, all right? Doing 4 times, and 3 should be equal to 624, right? So we can say here it is 832 and 624. I hope this is clear to all of you for Jaya, right? The way I calculated, hope this is clear. Okay, then the next person is Fatima. For Fatima also we are given the ratio. For Fatima the ratio is given 3:2. I think this will be easy, right? We just have to divide this in the ratio of 3:2, right? So 3:2 you can say the sum is 5. So 5 is equivalent to 1120, okay? If 5 is equivalent to 1120, what should be 1 equivalent to? We'll say 1 should be equivalent to dividing this by 5. So it is 2, okay? Then 1, 2 again, and then 4. So 1 should be equivalent to 2 to 4, all right? 1 is equivalent to 2 to 4, and 3 is equivalent to what? 2 to 4 into 3 is 672, all right? And then 2 to 4 into 2 we can say is 448. This is how we can, do that. Simple. Okay, the last person is Sakshi. For Sakshi, we can say what? The total, followers is given to us 14%. By the way, you can cross-check as well, right? The sum should be 100%, right? So if you start from the beginning, Kiran was 18, okay? Hitesh was 22, so 18 plus 22 is 40. Then these two are 26 and 20, which makes how much? 46 and 40 is 86, 86 and then 14 makes 100. So that means all the numbers are, fine. They are, connecting to each other. Okay, so Sakshi is followed by 14%. So 14% of 5600. We can say 10 plus 4, right? So 10% we can say is obviously 560, right, guys? 10% is nothing but 560, and 4% you can say 56 into 4, which should be 224, and that makes how much? That makes 784, okay? So we can say what? That Sakshi is followed by 784 followers, right? And now the ratio of her for national international follower is 5:3, okay? So dividing 784 in the ratio of 5:3, right? Let's say 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 is equivalent to 784. So let's see what do we get. If 8 is equivalent to 784, okay? So what should be 1 equivalent to? We can say 1 is equivalent to 8 9s are 72, right? And then 64 is, 8 8s are 64. So 1 is equivalent to 94, all right? And the last is 5:3. So 94 3s are, you can say 270 plus 12 is 282, and 94 5s are, you can say 450 and 20, 470. And this is how, we are able to find all the important numbers. Everyone, just let me know if you have any doubt with the table. Anyone, please let me know if you have any doubt in the table. Okay, maybe I need to think again. No, it is all fine, right? Yeah, I think some calculation has went wrong. Let me see where I just went wrong. Okay, yeah, this is 98. You know, I said 8, but I wrote 8 by mistake. Remember, guys, I said 8, but you know, I don't know what happened. I just wrote 4 by mistake. It is 98, yes, because 8 8s are 64, right? So 98 3s are should be how much? 270 plus 24 is 294, and then 97 5s are, right? Sorry, 98 5s are. 98 3s are first of all is 294, and 98 5s are, as you can say, 490, right? So these are the required numbers. I hope everything is fine now. Okay, so anyone, if you think that there is any mistake, and if you are not able to understand anything, you can quickly let me know. Guys, anything if you are not able to understand, just let me know, right? Fine, no message. Hope everyone is understood, right? Now, this is the time when we can just answer the questions, right? Because guys, this is the only thing which we had to do actually, right? If you just draw the table carefully, you will be able to solve all the questions. Okay. Let me show you that how can we solve the questions one by one. So first thing, question number 1 is saying that what is the difference between the number of national followers of Kiran, right, and the number of international followers of Hitesh, right? So number of national followers of Kiran, let's see how many national followers of Kiran do we have, right? So national followers of Kiran are 784, all right? And international followers of Hitesh, what are these? International followers of Hitesh is this, so 770. So guys, this difference is obviously, just 14, okay? The difference is obviously 14, which makes the answer as option number B, right? Simple. Hope this is clear to all. Very easy, okay? Let's try the next problem. Guys, you can do one thing, you can take a picture or take a screenshot of this table, right? Because this will be helpful in solving the remaining questions as well. So you can just take a screenshot of this, and let's move to the next problem. The next question says that how many more international followers are there of Sakshi as compared to the international followers of the Kiran, alright? So international followers of Sakshi are, if you see that, they are 294, okay? They are 294. And what about the international followers of Kiran? So Kiran is here, international followers of Kiran are 224. So we just have to find out that 294 is how much more than 224. So difference is obviously 70, right? Difference is obviously 70, option number D, right? Simple. Okay, very simple. Answer has to be how much? 70. Let us move to the next question now. Question number 3 says, what is the ratio of the number of national followers of Jaya to that of the national followers of Fatima? Okay, national followers of Jaya, let's go there. Jaya national is 832, Fatima national is 672. 832, 672, right? Let's write this 832 and 672. So we just have to find, the ratio of these two numbers, okay? So, see, we just have to try to simplify it and write the simplest ratio in the, in as one of the options, right? So first thing, you can see that I think 4 can be cancelled. In fact, 8 can be cancelled as well, maybe. 4 is cancelled for sure. In fact, 8 is also cancelled, right? So if you simplify this by 8, it should be 104, okay? And if you simplify this by 8, so this is 8 8 is 64, and then 4, okay? Again, you can see that both numbers are divisible by 4, right? So this should be 26 and this should be 21. That's it, guys. So we can say here that the best choice is option A, 26 is to 21, right? Okay, I hope this is clear. Simple question, right? And we can move to the next one. The next is about the percentages. So they are saying that what percent of the total number of followers is the number of international followers of Fatima? Okay. What percent of the total number of followers? Total number of followers of all the 5 friends, right? Some students might be thinking that they are talking about the total followers of Fatima. No, guys, they're talking about the total followers of all the 5 people, which is, is equal to 5600 given to us, right, already. So they're asking what percent of total followers is the number of international followers of Fatima, right? So what is the international followers of Fatima, guys? If you look at that, it is 448, right? So we just need to find that 448 is what percentage of 5600, okay? 448 is what percentage of 5600, that we can say is the last problem which we have. Okay, now how do we solve this one? Guys, this is a question of percentages, right? Look at the options we have, 3, 5, 8 and 10. So there are a lot of ways of doing this, by the way. You can simply multiply by 100 if you want, right? Or you can also do the option checking, right? Okay, suppose I'm just multiplying by 100, the basic method. So double zero got cancelled out and we have 448 upon 56, right? Okay, and this is also getting cancelled, guys. If you observe this, 56 8 is exactly 448. So we can say answer has to be 8%. That means option C, right? Simple as this. All right. I'm sure this must be clear to everyone. Anyone, if you have any doubt, you can let me know. Right, simple. Okay, let's move to the last question of the set. The last question says, which of the following statements is true? Simple counting, right? So we just have to check from the table that which among the options can be true. First option is Kiran has 784 international followers. Kiran has 784 international. Let's see that. Kiran has 784 international. No, Kiran has 784 national followers, right? So option 1 gets cancelled actually, right? It's okay. Let's check the option 2. It says Sakshi has 294 international. Sakshi 294 international. Sakshi is, where's Sakshi here? 294 international. This is correct. Guys, this is actually correct. So yes, option B must be the right answer. We should say that. Let's check the other options as well, right? Before giving the final answer. Option C, Hitesh has 770 national. Hitesh has 770 national. Okay. Hitesh 770 international, not national, So option C also, we can say got cancelled, right? Option C also got cancelled. Last, Sakshi has 490 international, okay? Sakshi has 490 international. Sakshi has 490 international. No, guys, Sakshi has 490 national. So that also, makes it wrong. So only option correct is option number B, all right? Only correct option is option number B. I'm sure you all must be able to understand that, right? Okay, so if you have any doubt, just write in the chat box so that I can read it. Anyone, any query with this set? You can quickly ask me. Anyone? If it is clear, just write yes. If it is all clear, then quickly write yes to me. Guys, if it is all clear, just write yes as well. Alright, I'm assuming this is clear, okay guys? Fine, so probably we should move to the next set now. The next set is, this one, right? Okay, this is the set we have, and this also is followed by 5 questions, right? So guys, let's do one thing, again, I can give you some hint, because I want you to try this time, okay? I'm sure you would also like to do this. Guys, do you want to try this set or not? Everybody, do you like to try this set? Guys, I am assuming that you really want to try this, right? Okay, so this is a set we have. So again, guys, there is a lot of data, right? And we have to write a few numbers as well. So again, I can give you some hint that first, write all the numbers which can be drawn with this. And then just try the question number 1. Okay, this is question number 1. Even you can take the screenshot of this, right? And then this is a set. Just try question number 1 for now. All right. I'll give you probably 6 to 7 minutes. All right, guys. To solve the question number 1, I would give you 6 to 7 minutes. All right, guys. Let's see how many of you are able to solve this correct. Guys, I'm giving you 6 minutes to solve. Samina, this answer is not correct, you know. The answer is not correct. I would suggest you to try once more time. Maybe you solve it very quickly, you know. It's not, I would say it's not, there is a lot of calculation, right? It's difficult to solve in such a less time. Question is not difficult, you know, but it's time taking. Good evening, Tamanna. Tamanna, this is the second set of the day, right? I just give the students 6 to 7 minutes to solve, right? 5 minutes are already done. So maybe after 2 minutes, I will, you know, start solving the questions, right? Okay. Subramanian says to show the question. I had shown the question already, Subramanian. You can, you know, also go back to your video, right? And you can see still, okay, if you're saying I'm showing it again. Okay, hope you have seen this now. Okay, can you answer it now? Anyone, if you can answer, or should I explain? Question number 1. Can anyone answer question number 1? Okay, I'm not getting any answer, so maybe I need to explain now, right? Okay, guys, let us read the set again. The set says what? That a company in India manufactures 5 different types of the product, such as A, B, C, D, E. The company's head office is located in Mumbai. However, its branches are there all over the India. The products are manufactured and sold within India only. All right. The total manufacturing of the company for the financial year 2020 to 21 is 4,000 tons, and the total profit earned from all the 5 types of product is rupees 70 million. Okay, 70 million is the total profit. Okay, then they are saying further individual data for each type of product was analyzed, and it was found that out of the total manufacturing, the percentage for the product A was 12%. Out of the total manufacturing, the percentage of A was 12% and 10% for the total profit was earned from the product A. Product B is 18% of the total manufacturing, however 25% of the total profit is earned from it, alright. Product C and D are 10 and 35% of the total manufacturing. The profit earned from product C is 15% of the total profit earned. An amount earned as a profit from product E accumulates to 22% of the total profits. However, the product E is just 25% of the total manufacturing. All right. So guys, first, by the help of this data, we'll try to find out the manufacturing cost, right? And also the manufacturing amount, manufacturing quantity, and also the profit, of all the products one by one, right? Just like, in the previous set, we drawn a table, we can do the same here, right? So let's try to draw a table. Okay, let's see if we get some answers. Question samajh nahi aa raha. It's okay. I understand it is slightly challenging because of the language. Don't worry, we'll do this now. So we have 5 products A, B, C, D, E, and the manufacturing units, right? Manufacturing units or manufacturing amount, whatever you can call it, manufacturing volume, and the profit, in rupees, right? This is what we need to find it out. Okay. Also, let's work on the total of them, right? Total manufacturing volume and or total profits, right? Okay, so what are we given? There are 5 products A, B, C, D, E. The company's head office is located in Mumbai. Okay, coming from here, the total manufacturing of the company for the financial year, this is 4,000 tons. It's 1 ton, you can say, is 1,000 kgs, right? It may be required later on, so I'm telling you already. And total profit earned from all the 5 products is rupees 70 million. 1 million is equal to, you can say, 10 lakhs, okay? 1 million is 10 lakhs. So 10 million, you can say 1 crore, and 70 million, you can say 7 crores, okay? Fine. So total manufacturing volume is 4,000 tons, and the total profit is rupees 70 million. Okay, right now I'm writing in millions. If it be required, we can convert, you know, in normal units as well. Okay, fine. Now let's discuss about the individual manufacturing volume and the individual profit, right? Individual products profit. So they have mentioned that about the product A, right? The manufacturing is 12% and the profit is 10%, right? Manufacturing is 12% and profit is 10%. So 12% of 4,000, very simple, it should be 480, okay? 480 tons. Right now we are writing only in tons, and profit is 10% of 70 million is simply, you know, 7 million. 10% of 70 is obviously 7 million, very obvious, right? Okay, similarly we can think about the other products one by one. Okay, so what about the product B? They are saying for product B the manufacturing is 18% and the profit is, you know, 25%. Okay, first manufacturing is 18%. 80%, you know, counting is very, calculating is easy. You can say 720, and the profit is given 25%. 25 of 70, 50 or 70 is 35, and 25 is half, so 35 half is 17.5. Okay, so we can say 70.5, you know, millions. Okay, for the product C, what we can say here, that product C and D have 10 and 35% of the total manufacturing. 10 and 35%. Let's write it first. 10% of 4,000 is obviously 400, and then 35% of this should be how much? We can say 1200 plus 200 is 1400. Okay, this is what you can say. Now the profit is given only of C. You know, the profit is 15% of the total profit. So 15% of 70 should be 7. You can say 10% plus 5%. 10% is 7, 5% is 3.5. So 7 plus 3.5 should be, we can say 10.5. Okay, 10.5 million rupees. All right, moving further. Now they are saying what? That an amount earned as a profit from product E accumulates to 22% of the total profit, while the manufacturing is 25%. Let's work on the manufacturing first. So manufacturing is 25% of this, should be 1,000, you know, tons. All right, should be 1,000 tons. Next is the profit is how much? The profit given to us 22%, you know, of the total profit. So 22% of the total means 22% of 70. So this should be 14 plus 1.4 should be 15.4. Okay, so this is, we can say, you know, 15.4 millions, right? This is what we can say here. This is 15.4 millions. Okay. Now guys, you can check whether this is, you know, justifying the total manufacturing or not. So 480 plus 720 is 1200. 1200 plus 400 is 1600. 1600 plus 1400 is 3000. 3000 plus 1000 we can say is 4000, and this is, you know, justifying the total manufacturing for sure. Now let's also work on the profit, right? So with the profit, guys, only the profit of D is missing, which you can calculate by the help of, you know, the total profit, subtracting the profit of the 4 products from the total profit, right? So 7 plus 17.5 plus 10.5 plus 15.4. Okay, 17.5 plus 10.5 is simple. We can say it's 28. 28 plus 7 we can say 35. Okay, this makes 35. So 70 minus 35 is left 35. 35 minus 15.4. 35 minus 15 is 20. 20 minus 0.4 is 19.6. So we can say the profit of product D should be 19.6 million rupees. Okay, hope this is clear to everyone. All of you, I hope this is clear to all. Yes, yes, Mr. You know, the profile name Frog. You have written the right numbers. True. Oh, I think the last one, D, you should write 19.6. By mistake, you might have written 9.6, right? Okay, so guys, these are the numbers. Everyone, just let me know if you have any doubt with the numbers. Guys, if you have doubt with any of the numbers, quickly let me know. Everyone, I hope the numbers are clear to you, right? Okay, then let's focus on the questions now, right? In this set, guys, the questions are actually good. Last set, the questions were very easy, you know, direct question from the table. But this time, you have to think, you know, while answering any of the question. Questions are not very direct, but not very difficult, don't worry. The first question says that if the cost price of 1 kg product of type A was rupees 20, then what would be its selling price rounded to the nearest whole number? Okay. So the cost price of 1 kg product is of type A is rupees 20. Okay, the cost price of 1 kg product of A is 20. then what would be its selling price? See guys, what we can say that, for selling price you can say that selling price is nothing but the cost price plus profit, very simple. We can say the selling price is nothing but the cost price plus the profit, right? This is what we can say. So we know the cost price per kg which is given to us, right? And total profit we know, and then we need to find the selling price, per kg, to the nearest whole number. Obviously we have to find per kg because the cost is given per kg, right? The cost price is given per kg, how much? Rupees 20. Now we need to try to find the profit per kg, then we just have to add and we'll get the answer, right? We just need to find the profit per kg for product A, but profit is given for the whole 480 tons, right? So how we can do that? We need to find the profit of A per kg. Not as difficult guys, let's try to calculate here profit of the product A per kg, right? And also we need to find in simple rupees, no million terms, which is easy to do, don't worry. See, we have the total profit as 7 millions, which we can say 7 into 10 raised to the power 6, okay? I told you 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs, or you can say 10 raised to the power 6. Now, the total quantity is 480 millions, right? We need to find the profit in per kg, so converting tons into kgs, so it has to be, guys, 1 ton is actually 1000 kgs, all right? So 40 will be cancelled out, from the denominator. And numerator has 6 zeros, so it will be left with only 2 zeros now. We can say 700 upon 48. So this should be, profit per kg of the product A, right? So we just need to simplify 700 upon 48. Dividing by 2, 350 by 24. Dividing by 2 again, 170 by, 12, okay? 175 by 12, this is what we can say. Now, trying to simplify this, we shall get what? We shall get 1. Okay, the carry is 5, 55, 12 fours is 48, then 7, you can say, 70 is not cancelled, so again 5 something, right? It should be 14.5 something, okay, then 10 again, and we can say 12 8 is 96, so rupees 14.58 respectively, approximately, right? This is what we can say is the profit of the product A, per kg approximately, okay? So rupees 14.58 I just wrote here. Now this sum should be how much? Approximately 34.58. Now the question is that we need to write the selling price per kg to the nearest whole number. So among these options, guys, you can see that 35 is the best option. So we can say option A should be the answer of this question. I hope this is clear to all of you, right? If there is any doubt, quickly write me in the chat. If there is any doubt you face, just write me in the chat box. Anyone, are you facing any doubt here? So just write me down. Okay, that's great. People are able to understand. Then let's move to the next problem, guys. The next question of the day is this, of this set, right? The next question of the set. This should be easy for most of you, right? Let's see how many of you give me the right answer. I'll give 2 minutes, not more than that. 2 minutes should be sufficient for this question, right? And also, guys, take a screenshot of the table. Quickly just take a screenshot of the table, and then solve the question number 2. Guys, can I get the answer for this question, everyone? Guys, no answer. Maybe I need to solve, right? Okay, don't worry. The question says what that, uh, okay, the question is, what was the average profit earned per ton for all the products taken together? Okay, average profit for all the products taken together. What is the meaning of this, guys? What is the meaning of average profit earned all the products together? Means we need to find, the average profit. So you can say what? Uh, an average profit per ton they are asking, right? So simple is that you need to find the profit per ton. Average profit means nothing but profit per ton, that's it, right? Of all the products together, right? Or you can say total profit per ton, okay? So what is the total profit? We know the total profit as, everybody, we know the total profit as rupees 70 million, right? Rupees 70 million. And the total tons we have, how many? 460, right? Sorry, 4,000. So just divide by 4,000, that's it, right? This should be, we can say, the final answer, the total profit per ton. This is what we have to do, simple. Okay, now there is simple, calculation, we can just say that, right? All right, how do we calculate this? Fine, 70 million, see all the options are without the millions, right? So we just have to convert million into general numbers. So 1 million we know is 10 raised to the power 6, okay? Divided by 4,000, so 3 zeros must be, cancel out, okay? So in numerator 4 zeros should be left out, so we can say 70,000 should be there. And divided by 4 should be there, simple. So 70,000 by 4, right? Now 7 by 4 is simply 1, then this is 3, 7s are 28, then this is 2, 5s are, and then we can say double 0. So answer should be 17,500, which is nothing but option number D with us, right? Which is nothing but option number D. Okay, hope this is clear to all. Okay, just let me know if this is clear or not. Yeah, one correct answer I got as well, okay. I think we can move to the next problem on that note, right? Guys, the next problem in front of us is this. This is talking about the highest profit per kg is incurred from which of the following products? Highest profit per kg. So this is basically about comparing, okay? Slightly, challenging, guys, slightly challenging. I think I should solve it for you, right? They're asking highest profit per kg incurred from which of the following products. So 4 products are given, though we have 5 products, but they have given only 4, A, B, C, D. So you have to compare among these 4 products that which product is giving highest profit per kg, all right? Okay, so let's deal with all of them one by one. Let me write product A here, product B here, okay, product C here, and product D here, all right? So highest profit per kg, so we need to write their profit per kg, simple. So guys, product A, the profit is 7 million and its volume is 480 tons, right? So we'll write 7 million upon 480, right? 7 million upon 480 tons. Okay, 7 million upon 480 tons. And one more thing, we have to write per kg, so let's convert tons into kgs as well. So we can say 480 into 1000, right? Let's do that as well. Now product B is 17.5 million is the profit and 720 tons are the volume, right? So 17.5 upon 720, right? 17.5 million divided by 720 tons, right? Okay. Similarly, if we keep going like that, right? So what should we get? Okay, so product number C says that it says 10.5 million and 400 tons, right? 10.5 million. And how much? How many tons? We can say the tons are 400 and last one is 1400. 400 tons. So convert tons into the kgs again, so it should be 400 into 1000. Product D, the volume is, we know, 1400, okay, so 1400 into 1000, and its profit is how much? For D, the profit is 19.6 million. Okay, now let's just compare which of them is greater, okay. Now, a lot of students do what? They try to calculate all of these numbers, okay. So if you start calculating, it will be too time taking, extremely time taking. Try to understand, they are just asking that which product is giving the highest profit per kg, right? So in the end, we just have to compare. We don't have to calculate, okay? Now, how can we compare? So for comparing, guys, if you find anything common, we can just cancel it out, right? If anything is common, we can just cancel out in all of these 4 products. For example, 1000 is common in all, right? So we can just cancel, okay? That million is common in all, so you can also cancel it out, right? That, you can see all the volumes are given. So 1 0 is there in the end of all of them, so you can just cancel them also, right? So here we can say we are left with only 7 by 48, okay? The million is also cancelled, only 7 by 48. Here we are left with 17.5 upon 72, right? Rest all you can cancel it, because we just have to compare. Here we can say only left is 10.5 upon 40, the rest is cancelled out, right? In this we can say 19.6, okay, sorry, this is 40, yes, and this is 72, everything is fine, yes. This we can write as 140, so everything is cancelled out, right? This is the only thing which you have to compare, simple. Okay guys, now this we can also write 17.5 upon 72, we can say 175 upon 720 if required. This you can say 105 upon 400 if required. This we can write 196 upon 1400 if required. Okay, what next? Is in the end we are left with only these 4 fractions. You can say 7 by 48, 17.5 upon 72, 10.5 upon 40, and last one is 19.6 upon 140. Okay. Okay, so you must be knowing some basic properties of the fractions. Let's say that we have a lot of fractions, and the fraction and the numerator of all the fractions is same. Then which fraction is greater? Then that fraction is greater whose denominator is the smallest, right? So let's try to make one thing. Let's try to write the numerator as 1, for a while. So we can say this one as 1 upon 48 by 7, right? We can write like this. We can write this as 1 upon 72 upon 17.5. Okay, I'm just saying this is 72 upon 17.5. The last one we can write as 1 upon 140 upon 19.6, and this one we can say as 1 upon 40 upon 10.5. Alright guys, this is how we can write, okay. Now we'll find their approximate values, okay, approximate values. So is here, you see that 48 by 7 is approximately 7, right, because 49 is 7 into 7. So we can say this denominator is approximately 7, simple. Okay, this one 72 upon 17.5. So guys, 17 4za is 68, 17.5 4za is 70, and 5za will be obviously greater. So this should be what? We can say this should be, denominator should be approximately 1, okay, we can say that. In this case, the denominator can be written as approximately 4, sorry, not 1, approximately 4. This one, okay, if you write the decimal, remove the decimal point and add a 0 here. So guys, 1400 upon 196, okay. This, I think you can cancel by 14 as well, okay. Once we cancel it by 14, we'll get what? We'll get 1 upon, this is 14 4za, this is 14 into 100, right. So we can say 100 upon 14, and 100 upon 14 is how many times? See, 14 7za is 84, 14 6za is 84, 14 7za is 98. So here we can say the denominator is also, approximately 7, right. 14 7za is 98. And then this one, guys, what can we say that? See, 10.5 4za is 42, right. So this is actually less than 4. The denominator is less than 4. So we can write this as 1 upon 3 point something, okay, 3 point something. So this is how we wrote these, 4 fraction in the simplest form. First one is 1 upon something 7. Second one is 1 upon something 4. Third one is 1 upon something 3. And the last one is 1 upon something 7. Now you guys tell me, this is, option number 1, okay. This is option number C, this is option number B, and this one is option number D. So all of the numerator we have taken as 1 in all the fractions. So tell me that denominator is least in which option, guys? The denominator is least in which option? This denominator is approximately 7, this is approximately 4, this is 3 point something, and this is 7 point something. So which option is having the least denominator? Can you guys tell me which is having the least denominator here? Least denominator. C, yes, finally you guys are talking, right? See, in this the denominator is 7, in this it is 4 point something, in this 3 point something, in this 7 point something. So least one is this, right? The least one is this, which is option number C. So we can say that product C is having the highest profit per kg, right? So this is how we can compare the things, right? This is about comparing. As I said in the beginning, it's not about calculation much, it's more about comparing. I hope this is understood to all of you. If not, guys, you can let me know, right? I can explain again. Is there anything which is not clear? Anybody? Alright, I'm sure this is clear to everyone. Now let us move to the fourth question of this set. The fourth question says that the profit earned per kg from the product E is what percent is more than from the product D. Okay, so profit earned per kg, right, from product E is what percent is more than the profit earned from the product D. So we can say product D has to be the initial value and product E's profit should be the final value. The profit of product D is the initial value and the profit from product E is the final value. We have to compare the profit per kg, right? Okay, profit per kg. So D and E, let's write both of them one by one. For D we can say 19.6 upon 1400 tons. Okay, 19.6 millions upon, what was that? I guess it was 1400, right? Yeah, 1400 tons. Okay, similarly, let's talk about the profit of product E as well, right? So for product E, the profit is 15.4 upon 1000, right? 15.4 upon 1000. Okay, it's 15.4 million upon 1000 tons. Okay, now here also the good thing is what? That we are finding the percentage change, right? We are not finding the change in the profit, right? If you had to find the change in the profit, the absolute change in the profit, then it would be very much time taking. But they're asking about the percentages. So guys, good thing is what? That we can cancel, the terms in the initial and final values always. For example, they're asking about per kg, but if you cancel the tons, it will become per kg itself, right? See, per kg is what? You just have to multiply by 1000. 1000 will be cancelled out, simple, right? Then 1400 and 1000, they both are divisible by 200, so this should be 7 and this should be 5 here, right? Here, guys, decimal you can remove again because they have only one, decimal points to them, right? Then they both are divisible by 14 as well, so 14 14s are 196 and 14 into 11 is 154, right? Now you can cancel this also because 14 by 7 is 2, right? So this is only 2 and the right side is 11 by 5. This is how we made the thing so easy, right? Now a lot of people must be thinking that this is very difficult calculation, but if you apply this basic, tricks, the calculation will become very easy, right? Now you can do the cross multiplication as well. 5 goes here, so this is 2 into 5 and this is 10, sorry 11. Then we can say this is 10 and this is 11, right? So how much is the increase, guys? The increase is 1, okay, and the initial value is 10. So we can find the percentage increase with the help of this. It should be the increment is 1, initial value is 10. 1 by 10 has to be, we can say 10%. So the increase has to be, 10%, simple. And hence the answer is option B, 10%. I hope this is clear to all of you, right? If there is any doubt, just write me in the chat. And if it is clear, also write in the chat. Alright, I'm assuming this is clear to all, right? Now guys, the last question of this set, let's discuss this as well, okay? The question says that if the selling price of the product B is 50 per kg, then what would be the cost price rounded to the nearest whole number? So this is just like the problem number 1. In problem 1, guys, they were asking, they had given the cost price and they asked the selling price per kg, right? Let me show you that. In question number 1, they were talking about product A and the cost price was given and they asked the selling price per kg, right? So here it's just opposite. They have given the selling price and they have asked the cost price. So you can say what? That cost price should be what? See, profit is SP minus CP, so CP should be SP minus profit, right? So selling price minus profit. Selling price they had given, how much? 50 per kg, right? And the profit, which you can find it out just like we found in question number 1. Here we have to find for product B, okay? So here we will put here the profit per kg and subtract to get the cost price per kg as well, right? So guys, I'm assuming that you will try this question, right? Okay, your calculation speed is slow. Don't worry, you have to work on it, right? You just have to practice. If you keep practicing, it will improve for sure. You just have to give some time, right? Okay. Fine, guys, this question, I want to give you for the homework, right? This is the last question of this set, right? So please try this question at your home, and I want you to, write your answer in the comment, guys. After, doing this, just below this video, write your answer in the comment so that I can also check that whether you have done it or not, right? I will personally, see your answers and type that whether your answer is correct or not, okay? So this is what I'm expecting from you now, and this is, I think, where we can end the session as well. And if you can also write your feedback about this session. Just write in the comment whether you like the session or not, right? If you want anything else we to cover with you, if you want anything else we need to start, so that is also you can write, okay? So this is where I would like to end. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Next session tomorrow will be coming up again with some more, wonderful sets for practicing. Thank you. Take care.